From Gutenberg era to the modern digital publications, the publishing industry has evolved. The advent of digital publication has revolutionized the publishing industry with shifts now from paper to the digital space. So how are publishing companies coming up with these changes? Our reporter Abu Bakr Abdullahi spoke to the newly appointed Managing Director of Longhorn Publishers. Let's listen in.
The publishing industry in the country is said to be worth 20 billion shillings, with 95% of the revenue coming from textbooks. With the advent of online and digital publishing, how is the future of conventional print publishers? Joining me to discuss that and much further is the MD of Longhorn Publishers, Maxwell Ohome. Mr. Maxwell Ohome, thanks for talking to us here on KTN News.
Thank you for having me.
The very motto of Longhorn Publishers is expanding minds. I wonder how far the company is in expanding people's minds.
I think first I need to describe what we mean by expanding minds. We look at, traditionally people have thought of minds as just the learners, the academic learners who are maybe in school, either in primary, secondary or tertiary schools. But what we've looked at as a company is everybody as having an opportunity to learn something. So we've not only looked at the academic market, but we also looked at the non-academic market, the you and me, who would want to expand our minds on one field or another.
I talked of the advent of digital publishing. Has that been of a big change to the publishing industry?
It's a phenomenal change because we now need to look at how relevant our business will be in the future. And Longhorn has taken significant steps, being in the forefront, ensuring that we have the relevant materials available in digital platforms. And we are currently looking at other channels to distribute, not just the tablets, but looking at the mobile phone market and how we can deliver content in such channels.
And how much of an influence is the pressure to go green, leave books and go to the digital sphere?
Now, looking at the Sustainable Development Goals, conserving the environment is one key thing. And Longhorn has taken that very seriously. And that's why we are leading. I would say others are following. With our digital platforms, we'll significantly reduce the negative impact to the environment and provide quality and cheaper education. I would say cheaper in the sense that you can easily revise your materials just at a click of a button. And I can push the changes through the wireless networks, internet. So that makes it easier to revise our educational materials throughout the year. Yes.
Look into the future, if you could preempt some. What is the strategy of Longhorn Publishers?
First major strategy is digital. Being the leaders in digital publishing across Africa. We've always said that our motto is to be the #1 provider of innovative learning solutions in Africa. So digital is a key area that we are focusing on. And we've partnered with many people. First, World Reader. We have our products on Amazon. So we are going fine and establishing the right partnerships and building our platforms to enable us to pass the digital content. Some of our key platforms are, we have the Longhorn e-reader platform, the Longhorn e-learning platform, and a Kamusi platform. In fact, we're the only publisher right now in Kenya with a free Kamusi online. You go to www.kamusi.online, you have your Kamusi there. So
with the click of a button?
At a click of a button. From any we have 200 million Kiswahili speakers who can access our materials at a click of a button. Yes.
What do you make of the financial results of Longhorn?
This shows you it's a culmination of a very impressive strategy in terms of execution. The strategy came to an end in 2018. And the key pillars to that were geographic diversification and product diversification. Now, going forward, we've started the new strategy, which will take us through to year 2021, and will mainly focus on digital learning solutions and still going into new markets. Yes.
On my way here, I read an article which I'll quote you what its title was. It's named "Why Publishing in Kenya is quote tougher than boxing." Is there a comparison between publishing and boxing in terms of the difficulties?
I think it's a very competitive market, and Publishing is a business of developing content. Content is intellectual property. So you need to get the best authors, the best editors, the best illustrators. So there's a lot of creativity involved. So that makes it very technical and it's not a straightforward business. So when you look at boxing, you need to understand your competitor. You need to know what punch will hurt him most. So we are doing the same thing, understanding what our learners need and delivering it in the most convenient way.
In a regional perspective, can books be used to balance trade between countries?
Yes. Say knowledge is the only thing that puts us all as equals. And in any country, whether there is war or peace, people have to eat, children have to go to school. So the minute you give education to everybody, free education, or whether free or not, but provide the learning facilities, you are able to balance the economies. So I totally agree with you on that.
And what of the future of the industry, the publishing industry, and partly also the future of Longhorn publishers?
Future of Longhorn publishers is bright. I expect exponential growth from our digital section. And as I said, children have to go to school. Population numbers are rising. So our market is growing. We are still expanding minds in more African countries. So the future is bright. I'm very confident about it.
Maxwell Ohome, thanks for talking to us here on KTN News.
Thank you for having me.
Well, that has been the managing director of Longhorn Publishers talking to us matters of publishing books and, of course, the future of the industry. Back to you in the studios.